been your coach.
Jason Garrett?
Yeah.
No, I think Jason Garrett sucks, and I think he should have been fired a long time ago. And I think the only reason Jason Garrett still has a job is because he knows where all the bodies are buried for Mr. Jerry Jones. And I think that I really hope that the Saints win the Super Bowl this year, because I think Drew Brees will retire, and then maybe Sean Payton will make his way out of New Orleans and come to Dallas. But no, I think Jason Garrett's terrible. And he's been there since 2007, so he's from that whole makeup of mediocrity that we have, and I think that we need a coach in there with an actual winning mindset. I think that they're comfortable being average. Yeah.
Max, I'm gonna let you talk right now because I'm just so emotional right now. I never thought in my life that I would encounter a Dallas Cowboy fan that would echo my sentiments so perfectly. I have absolutely nothing to add. This is a touching book. Max, go ahead. I'm just being emotional right now.
I don't know, like Peyton fine, like Lincoln Riley could be a target, someone like that, right?
Yeah.
Like
I think anybody's better than Jason Garrett. I just think that Jason Garrett is like the last piece of mediocrity. I mean, Jerry Jones isn't going nowhere.
Where were you born?
South Carolina.
Where did you grow up?
Moncks Corner, South Carolina, 843, yes.
Where'd you grow up?
Moncks Corner.
And now where do you work?
New York City.
You see what I'm saying? People from all different places wind up Cowboys fans, right? How did it happen? How did this tragedy befall you?
Well, my father is a Dallas Cowboy fan. And my father's a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. Salute to Larry McKelvey in Kitfield, South Carolina. He's the type of Cowboys fan that after their last Super Bowl, he went and got a tattoo on his arm that says 6-time Super Bowl champions. And I was always like, well, they only got 5. And he's like, well, we're going to win next year. And we haven't won any year since. And which never made any sense to me, too, because what if they win more than 6? He also, he also tased the guy at MetLife Stadium when the Cowboys played the Jets a few years ago. Yes, that's how diehard Cowboys fans we are.
Listen, man, forgive me for switching the subject because I think that the Cowboys have received more airtime than they deserve. Okay, they're mediocre, and we know this, and we don't deal with mediocrity on this show.
Now, I'm not going to let you do all of that.
But it's the truth, Charlamagne. It's the truth.
No,
you just said it. It's the truth. You just said it.
Exactly, and I'm not one of those delusional Dallas Cowboys fans.
I know.
I used to be.
Right. But you've graduated.
When you grow and you
evolve. You've evolved. You've evolved. Never love you, bro. So let me get to more important things, which is this book.
All right.
I need you to talk to me about this book. First of all, the title, Shook One.
Yes, sir.
I want to know what that's about, and I want to know what's the inspiration behind writing this book. Tell us what it's about.
Well, that book right there, Shook One, Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me, it really just started as a journal, because I started going to therapy last year to get a handle on my anxiety. And, when you start going to therapy, you start just unpacking a lot of things. So I was writing down things that, give me anxiety now and that historically gave me anxiety, and just, trauma from things that happened to me when I was younger, like getting to the root of my PTSD. And I just had all of these various pages, and it turned into that book.
What was the one thing that made you decide to go the therapy route? I know you say anxieties, but was there one thing that made you that provoked the anxiety more than anything else?
Well, no, I think things get overwhelming in this business, and it actually came from a moment of peace. Like I was on vacation, watching my family and my friends, and I felt really peaceful and really serene, no anxiety, no worries, and I was like, how can I feel like this all the time? And I just felt like therapy was a good way to do that.
This is very interesting to me because you don't appear to me to troll people, but you also seem unafraid of confrontation. In fact, it's like, what is the key to your success professionally? I would say you sit there and tell people how you feel, you give it to them straight, and whatever happens after that, you deal with that. It seems to me I wouldn't have guessed, he suffers from anxiety.
Well, I think there's rational anxiety and irrational anxiety. When I can pinpoint the source of why I feel a way, then it's easier to deal with. I'm on First Take right now, live. You're going to feel some type of anxiety. That's rational. But irrational anxiety is when you're sitting at the crib and the wind is blowing crazy and you thinking your house is going to blow away like on cartoons.
Is that why it says Shook One is a Mobb Deep reference to Shook One? But anxiety playing tricks on me, that's a Ghetto Boys. My mind is playing tricks on me, right?
Absolutely.
So, which is a song about paranoia. So you felt you had paranoid anxiety.
100%. You'd be sitting at the crib thinking that a home invasion is about to happen. The ceiling fan could be going real crazy and you think it's going to fly off and cut your head off. That's irrational anxiety to me.
Does it make you, or has it made you, because doing the Breakfast Club and interviewing so many people every morning throughout these last several years for yourself, do you find yourself looking at or talking to a lot of people that you may have interviewed and finding them to be experiencing the level of anxiety that you write about, but they might not even know it. Did you find that to be the case?
300%. I think a lot of us suffer from PTSD, we suffer from anxiety, and we just chalk it up to, being black in America. I got a chapter in my book called Black and Lloyd, where you feel like, just being black comes with a different level of anxiety. So a lot of times we just chalk it up to being that until you step out of those circumstances and step out of that environment and you realize, like, yo, that's not normal. Like a lot of things that I was
What you mean
going
by
through.
cultural PTSD?
Cultural PTSD?
Like when you say PTSD, what are you referring exactly?
Oh, post-traumatic stress disorder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just from things that have happened to us growing up in those environments. Like, you're constantly on edge. Like, I come in the room and I look at everybody because I don't know who's friend, I don't know who's foe. If you've been punched in the back of the head enough times, you'll always be looking.
That's what I mean by culture. Like, how would you describe it?
And
Cultural.
you're talking about it from a cultural standpoint because obviously being black, you always feel that way. You walk into any room, correct me if I'm wrong, feeling like the odds are stacked against you and you've got a load on your shoulders that you're going to have to fend off.
Well, in your case on this show, that's true.
Well,
the odds are stacked
actually, this is
against
the
you.
easiest time I've had, so you're wrong there.
Yeah, and when certain things happen, you don't know if it's a matter of circumstance sometime or because of the color of your skin,
Did you find a therapy challenging at first?
I'm a talker.
To open up, but to really tell, like, your deepest, darkest feelings, secrets?
Not really, because I'm a talker,
Okay.
and it's like, I'm 40, so it's like I've been holding on to a lot of this stuff for a long time. So after a while, when you finally get in front of somebody that's actually listening to you, you have a captive audience, you're just kind of like dumping it all on them.